In Lesson 6-7, you will graph translations on a coordinate plane. A translation, sometimes called a slide, is the movement of a figure from one position to another without turning it. You will once again have a figure that is congruent to the original. Up here in the corner, you can see an example of a translation. If you look at this upper left corner, this figure is slid to a new position to form all of the other pieces of that puzzle. In example 1, we want to draw the image of trapezoid WXYZ after a translation 4 units left and 2 units down. So you're going to want to take your pencil and place it on each one of the vertices and move it 4 units left and 2 units down. So I'm going to start with W, and I'm going to move W 4 units left, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 units down, and name that W prime. We're going to do the same thing with X. Move it 4 units to the left and 2 units down. Label it X prime. And then we'll do the same thing with Y. 4 units left, 2 units down. Label it Y prime. And then we're going to take Z and move it 4 units to the left and 2 units down. Now when we connect those vertices to form the trapezoid, it should be congruent to the original, but it has been slid It's been slid 4 units to the left and 2 down. Now we're going to do the same thing on a coordinate plane. So we need to first plot the original triangle JKL. So J is -3, 4, so we're going to go to the left 3 and up 4 and label it J. K is at 1, 3, so 1 to the right and up 3. And then L is going to be to the left 4 and up 1. We'll label that L. Connect the vertices to make our triangle. And now we want to translate it 2 units to the right and 5 units down. So 2 units to the right and 5 units down. So we're going to take each point and move it 2 to the right and 5 down. So L goes 2 to the right and 5 down. And then you label that L prime. Do the same thing with J and K. 2 units right and 5 units down. Label it J prime. Do the same thing with K. 2 units to the right and 5 down. Label it K prime. Once again, you'll have a triangle congruent to the original, but it has been slid or translated 2 units to the right and 5 down. So sometimes you will see it written out like this. It'll spell it out, 2 units right and 5 units down. Another way you might see it is with this notation right here. They're saying the coordinate xy is going to become x plus 2 and y minus 5, meaning we're going to add 2 to the x coordinate and we're going to subtract 5 from the y coordinate, or we're going to move it to the right 2 and down 5. Right because it's positive and down because it's negative. So J prime is at -1, -1. K prime is at 3, -2. And L prime is going to be -2, -4. You can get that from looking at the graph, or you can look at it this way. You can add 2 to the x numbers. So -3 plus 2 is -1. 1 plus 2 is 3. And -4 plus 2 is -2. And then we're going to subtract 5 from the y values. So 4 minus 5 is -1. 3 minus 5 is -2. And 1 minus 5 is -4. Now you may want to pause the video and try the next 2 examples on your own. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to graph triangle ABC. So A is at 4, -3, so we're going to go to the right 4 and down 3 and label that A. B is at 0, 2, so we're going to stay there and go up 2. And then C is 5, 1, so we're going to go to the right 5 and up 1 and label that C. You're going to want to do the same thing on the other coordinate plane. Now in the first example, it says to move it 2 units down. So we're going to just take each point and go down 2 units. This time it's not going to go right or left at all, it's just going to go down 2. So B's prime is going to end up right there. A prime will be right here. And C prime will be right here. And then connect those. You'll see a triangle just like the first, but move down 2 units. Now to write the ordered pairs, A prime the x number is going to stay the same. It's still going to be 4, but we're going to move it down 2. So instead of being at -3, it's going to be -5. B prime, the x value is still going to be 0, but we're going to move it down 2 units. So it's going to be at 0, 0. And then C prime, it's still going to be a 5 because we didn't move it right or left, but now it was at 1 and we moved it down 2, so C prime is now at 5, -1. Now if we take that same original triangle and we rotate it 4 units left and 3 units up, we're going to go 4 units to the left and 3 units up. So A prime is going to end up right there. We're going to take B and move it 4 units to the left and 3 units up. Label it B prime. And then we're going to take C, move it 4 units left and 3 units up. Connect those. You have a triangle just like the first one, but it's moved 4 to the left and up 3. A prime is going to be at 0, 0. B prime is going to be at negative 4, 5, and C prime is going to be at 1, 4. You can get that from the graph, or you can look at it this way. If you're moving 4 to the left, that means we're subtracting 4 from each x value. And since it's going up 3, we're adding 3 to each y value of the ordered pair. The last example says if triangle PQR is translated 2 units left and 3 units down, what are the coordinates of point R prime? Well, we really only need to look at R to figure out where R prime is going. And it's going to be 3 units down and 2 units left. So I'm going to take R and I'm going to move it 2 units to the left and 3 units down. So right there is where we would find R prime. And the coordinates for that point is 2, negative 1. So the correct answer is D.